Yeah, I mean they were doing a good job keeping everything in front. I'm gonna take what the defense gives me. But then, like I said, we'll watch the tape.
When did you know the was over?
Today.
Did you guys have a conversation last night or this morning that kind of made you feel like there's a good shot at him playing?
I leave his business to him. It was great to have him out there. I thought he played well.
Did you feel any limitations with the wrist at all? Were some throws that were easier or harder to make, or not a little?
No, I feel good.
Did you feel any impact of the time Chase missed and how that reflected with the offense today?
No, I wouldn't say that's accurate.
Why was the offense not on the same page or out of rhythm? How would you characterize that?
We'll have to watch the tape. I don't really have an answer for you right now. I'll have a better answer on Wednesday.
You've spoken in previous years about getting a feel for the rush as the season goes on. Is that just an adjustment you were kind of picking up as the game went on today?
Say that again?
You talked about getting a better feel for the rush as games or seasons go on. Was that kind of something you had to get your feet under you with today?
No, I felt good feeling the rush today. I thought our O-line played well.
That last drive, Joe, when I guess last time you guys had the ball, what didn't work? I mean, it looked like did they change up that pressure at all?
No, I missed Jamar on the first play. Then I missed Zac on the check down on the second play. And then, they got us playing a coverage I didn't expect on the third down play. So, not my best drive.
On the touchdown drive, you guys really leaned on the run game and found something there. Did something change there, or was there something that you guys were do differently, or why do you think it popped off in that particular drive and not as much elsewhere?
Yeah, we were down at that point, so they were playing some pass defenses, and O-line did a great job of moving guys on that one, and Zac and Chase did a great job of running.
Taylor has to watch the tape. Was there anything that you noticed in real time, specifically on the first three drives, that was giving you best trouble?
We'll have to watch the tape.
You say anything to Taylor? It looks like he's got touchdown fumbles at the goal line, or you just leave that upon himself?
No, he knows. There's nothing to be said about that.
Did you think you were down on the fumble?
Yeah, I knew I was down.
Was the lack of just deep shots the Patriots were taking that away, or Jamar you guys not having those reps during training camp? Like what was the reason for the lack of deep shots in this game?
Yeah, they were taking it away. They did a good job. They had a good plan. So I was just taking what they gave me. We'll watch the tape and see if we had some other opportunities to get the ball down the field and figure that out.
How comfortable did you feel out there, given the first game back since the injury? Like, how would you describe your comfort level when you got out there?
Yeah, I felt comfortable. You get more and more comfortable as the game goes and as the season goes. I first came back from injury, so I was comfortable, but I'll be more comfortable as we go.
What was the mood like at halftime? You guys had been in that position before and found your way back.
Yeah, we were positive. We felt good about our chances and our opportunities we had. Like I said, we just didn't take advantage of a lot of those opportunities.
In hindsight, looking back at how y'all did camp and how y'all look today, is there anything you think y'all might have, if y'all had done something differently than what it made an impact on maybe how y'all looked, especially coming out early?
I think our camp was well put together.
A disappointing start, obviously. Didn't start fast enough on offense with 3 straight 3-and-outs. Lost the turnover battle, essentially 3-0. 1 on offense, 1 on special teams, and 1 on a turnover and downs, and then didn't get any away off of them, and missed a lot of tackles today. Led to 170 yards rushing. So no recipe in that style of game to be able to win. It's very clear. You lose a turnover battle like that week 1, that's going to point you to a loss. So we got to be accountable for that and make those corrections and get ourselves to get ready on the road next week.
What was it about the offense early where you guys just couldn't get into a rhythm?
Just didn't get a great rhythm. I can't put my finger on exactly what that was. Felt like we had a good plan. Guys knew what to do, and just those first really 6 normal down plays weren't good enough.
Zac, the decision at the end was 4th and 5 or 4th and 4. Any hesitation or
Just trust our defense. Yeah, trust our defense. We had 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning. Our defense really played well. I mean, it was 16 points. I say that in context. In terms of points given up, we fumbled a punt, gave them 3 points, and really gave momentum shift when we fumbled going into score, and they turned around, turned that into 7 points. So 10 points off of turnovers, and that's going to be a tough way to win.
Did they take away the downfield passing game for you guys, or were you just not taking advantage of it?
It's difficult. You know, it's obviously in the first half there, we felt like got in a rhythm after those first 3 drives. You know, we were able to move the ball down the field. We fumbled, moved the ball field to start the quarter, missed a 4th and 2, and then went down there and scored a touchdown, kicked a field goal. So we felt like we were comfortable and getting in rhythm there after those first 3 drives. And, you know, unfortunately, that last drive, going 3 and out, it just wasn't good enough to give ourselves a chance to win. We had the ball, a chance to win, we just didn't get it done.
Is it especially frustrating that you guys made several changes this year in your preseason with joint practices and Burrow was healthy to not be able to get off to a fast start offensively?
Yeah, it's just frustrating that we didn't play well enough to win. That's the biggest frustration, is looking at the turnover battle and looking at the missed tackles. It is as simple as that. You know, there's execution in a lot of areas that was certainly good enough for us to win. But when they get 2 extra possessions and they rush for 170 yards, it's going to be tough.
You often mentioned when the team gets their 2 turnovers, like the Patriots got turnovers today, then they capitalize on it with long drives like they did in the first half. How much did that kind of take momentum away from
Yeah, it's a momentum killer. You know, when the offense doesn't put the ball in the end zone and they turn around and have the ball, that's a gut punch to the team. And our defense has risen up in that situation a million times and got to stop and stop the bleeding. And today, unfortunately, it didn't go that way. We still have a ton of confidence in this team. I mean, again, it's clear as day why we lost. So it's not that we don't have the talent. It's not none of that stuff. We got to win the turnover battle, and we got to clean up in some other areas.
At what point did you know Jamar was going to play?
I mean, I can't really answer that.
Was he limited at all because of the illness?
He played a lot. He played a lot. I mean, we managed. We took him out on some stuff just because the expectation of not practicing. So there were some things we took him out on. But as the game went, he felt like he wanted to keep going, so we just kept putting him in there.
Did Jamar's missed time impact any of the scheme preparation for today?
I know you guys took a few downfield shots, but were they doing anything to try to take away the downfield?
I mean, sometimes you're calling downfield shots and you're taking huge completions underneath. And so, again, we had some good catch and run opportunities that got us first downs. And the beauty of it is we're not going to force throws down the field just to say we threw the ball down the field. We're never going to do that.
Zac, you've been in this spot before. What do you say to the team with obviously a very big team?
What I just told you all, turnover battle and tackling.
What did you feel like was the biggest difference from an offensive line protection standpoint from the first half? It looked like they were getting to Burrow pretty quickly. To the second half, it looked like he had more time.
I think, you know, I think we give up 2 sacks in the first half. Is that accurate? One of them, there's just some miscommunication on the route concept, and so it pulled the ball down, and then that's where the protection folded up. So I thought they held up and gave Joe time.
Did you feel the team was flat to start the game?
No, I thought the energy from the crowd was tremendous. That's what's, you know, it's obviously disappointing internally that we lost. Disappointing because we had a great turnout, you know, and a lot of commitment there from the fans, and so that certainly gives us a boost. And I mean, we felt like we were going to win the entirety of the game. Didn't care what the score was. Felt like we were going to come back and win. And unfortunately, you know, went 3 and out on our final possession and missed some tackles there on the final drive that allowed them to ice the game.
Is there anything this team could have done different?
We just got to win. I just said the 2 things. We got to tackle better, and we got to win the tournament.
I mean, in preparation leading up to this game, though, because there was so much focus on starting faster and not having those mistakes.
Yeah, you know, the good thing is, I mean, we got 16 games left to play, and so, you know, starting 0-1 certainly is not a hole we wanted to be in, but I feel good about how this team will regroup.
It looked like on the Patriots' final offensive possession that the defense was especially trying to punch the ball out. Is that the approach you want your defense having?
Yeah, you certainly want to get the ball out, but we missed tackles that weren't punching the ball out.
How many weeks do you anticipate T. Higgins being out for?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll just take it week to week right now.
Zach, got the impression that Burrow was okay with his wrist all day, not limited at all?
Yeah, I didn't notice any issues there.